Yeah, it's funny. My family has a way with language. Um, my grandmother, and she's a wonderful woman now. Listeners, she's a wonderful woman. She used to, if we didn't behave, she promised to pinch off our heads and throw it at our dead bodies. Was one of the first grandmotherly threats I remember hearing. So there's this, again, there's this way of expressing yourself casually that sometimes you have to be careful around because you'll be around sort of mixed company and people will give you that look. It's like, oh, we have a psychopath here. Not so, not so. Um, but it's that way of talking, it's that way of expression that kind of when you're a younger person, younger writer, you want to get away from home and you want to reject the things that you grew up around. And I spent a long time trying to write like someone from somewhere else, and I couldn't really find a voice. And it wasn't until I came back around and gained the ability to listen to my parents and listen to the people I grew up around and listen to the people from my hometown. And I was like, this is what I should be doing. This is the voice that I can write in. This is the voice that comes naturally to me. And that's where Slim comes from. And that's where Down Don't Bother Me comes from. And all of a sudden I could do all these things. And it was like, well, it was there all along. I just had to be able to listen to it.
And it's during Auntie's birthday party that she noticed her dad doesn't have a poker face while watching reality TV. And she said, looks like he wanted to kick a hole in the baby Moses. And it was very appropriate since they live in Little Egypt.
They live in Little Egypt. That's right. That's right. All good-hearted people hate reality television. Yeah, Auntie's got that. Auntie's got that voice as well. The book is actually bookended between birthdays. So we open with a birthday and we close with a birthday. So
Do you see that as a thing to do on future books as well?
the second book doesn't quite do that, but it does open and close with Auntie. She's very important to the book, I think, and she humanizes Slim. I hope she always brings him back, gives him some humanity, gives him his humor, gives him something to care about. So a lot of the structures of the books do happen around her. She kind of accidentally solves the mystery in the second book. She's very pleased with herself. So,
Is Ansi short for something?
Ansi is a Hungarian. Ansi's a Hungarian name, and I believe it translates to something like joyful presence or joyful one, something like that. My family's Hungarian. And Slim's family has some Hungarian in it, although we hear a little bit about it in the second book, but he's just Slim to us. He's just Slim to us. And the reason that is, by the way, is because, he only has this one name, is because Southern Illinois coal miners, and I guess coal miners everywhere, they adopt these nicknames that are sort of working coal mine names. And you've never met a group of people who clung to nicknames this way. Whenever you see them in public, there's Strawberry, there's Rabbit, there's Cattywampus, there's Slim, there's Abe, there's this guy. And a lot of them, they'll even put those names on their headstones. When they're passed, they'll arrange to have their nicknames on their headstones. There's a coal mine monument memorial in Heron that locals were able to donate to the construction of, and you would get a brick that would go in the memorial and you could put your name on it. And it's a great resource for these wonderful coal mine nicknames because a lot of the guys put their coal mine names on there and it becomes a separate identity.